You're at a crossroads right now, and you don't even know it. Not metaphorically, not spiritually, literally standing at a point where everything divides into two paths, and you must choose which one to walk. In this exact moment, May 28th, 29th, 2026, the universe is pushing you toward a decision that will alter the trajectory of your entire life. And if you don't understand what's happening, you will make the wrong choice. You will walk away from something meant for you. You will spend the next year wondering why you didn't see it coming. But you're going to see it, because I'm about to tell you exactly what's happening in the cosmos right now and why this moment matters more than you realize. This is not a typical week. This is not a typical cosmic shift. This is what astrologers call a breaking point. This is when everything that's been building finally demands resolution. This is when the universe stops being subtle and becomes undeniable. This is when your choices stop being optional and become mandatory. And the decision you make in the next 48 hours determines whether you step into your next chapter or stay trapped in the last one. This is not hyperbole. This is not spiritual theater. This is the mechanics of how the universe operates when it's ready to transform you. Let me explain what's actually happening cosmically right now. Right now, May 28th to 29th, 2026, we are in the intense aftermath of the Mars-Pluto square that occurred on May 25th. That square forced you to see reality as it actually is, not as you've been pretending it is. It shook you awake. It made you confront what you've been avoiding. It revealed what needs to change. But that was just the activation phase. That was the universe waking you up. Now comes the consequence phase. Now comes the part where the universe demands that you act on what you now know. Mercury has entered Gemini. This is the planet of communication, information, connection, clarity. Mercury in Gemini means messages are arriving, information is flowing, connections are activating. But here's what's critical. They're arriving in a way that requires immediate decision. You cannot sit on this information. You cannot wait for the perfect moment. The moment is now. Venus and Jupiter are building toward conjunction in Cancer. Venus is love, beauty, magnetism, attraction. Jupiter is expansion, abundance, blessing, growth. When these planets come together, blessings multiply exponentially. What you've been hoping for starts appearing. But it's appearing now, while Mercury is demanding your response, while Mars-Pluto aftermath is still shaking you awake. Uranus in Gemini continues to emphasize sudden change, new possibilities, radical shifts. The North Node in Pisces is creating spiritual pressure. What this all means together. The universe has created the perfect storm of transformation. Every single element is pushing you in the same direction. You cannot stay neutral anymore. You cannot sit on the fence. The fence is collapsing. The universe is forcing you to choose. Do you move forward or do you stay behind? And here's what's absolutely critical to understand. Both choices have consequences, but only one choice leads to what you actually want. The breaking point explained in detail. A breaking point in astrology is when planets create such intense pressure that something has to give. Something has to break. Something has to transform. It's not optional. It's not theoretical. It's mechanics. Right now, you're experiencing that pressure in 3 areas of your life simultaneously, and understanding each one is essential. First, internal pressure. You've been carrying something inside, a belief about yourself that's been limiting you, a fear you've been managing, a shame you've been hiding, a part of yourself you've been suppressing. On May 25th, When Mars squared Pluto, you felt it intensely. You felt that thing inside that's been holding you back. You felt the weight of it. Now, on May 28th to 29th, that internal pressure is intensifying exponentially. The universe is saying, you can no longer carry this. You must put it down. But putting it down means stepping into your actual power, and that's absolutely terrifying. Because your old identity was built on this limitation. Your safety came from staying small. Your relationships were based on this version of you. Everything you know has been structured around what you've been avoiding. Second, external pressure. At the exact same time this internal pressure is intensifying, circumstances in your external life are converging. People are showing up. Opportunities are appearing. Timing is shifting in your favor. But all of these external things are demanding a response from you. They're demanding that you decide. They're demanding that you commit. They won't wait. Mercury in Gemini means communication is happening now. Something is being said. Something is being revealed. Something is being offered. And you have a narrow window, maybe just these 48 hours, to respond authentically. You cannot hide anymore. You cannot pretend. You cannot delay. Third, spiritual pressure. Your soul knows. Your deepest intuition knows. The part of you that's connected to divine timing and your actual purpose knows that this moment is significant. You can feel it in your body. There's a knowing that says, this matters. This is real. This is the moment. This is not another day. This is not another chance that will come around again. This is it. And that spiritual knowing is creating pressure on your mind and your practical life to align, to stop pretending, to stop half-committing, to stop waiting for the perfect moment when you already have the right moment right now. What the breaking point actually means. A breaking point is not a breakdown. It's a breakthrough pretending to be a breakdown. When something breaks, it's because it was never meant to hold in its current form. It was fragile. It was temporary. It was serving its purpose, but now it needs to transform into something stronger. When glass breaks, the water inside doesn't get destroyed. It's freed to flow in new directions. You are not breaking. Your old life is breaking. Your old patterns are breaking. Your old limitations are breaking. Your old identity is breaking. And yes, breaking things is messy. Breaking things feels unsafe. Breaking things makes you want to go back to what was familiar, even if what was familiar was slowly suffocating you. But here's the truth. The universe doesn't care about your comfort. The universe cares about your evolution. And right now, it's forcing that evolution forward, whether you're ready or not, because you are ready. You wouldn't be experiencing this intensity if you weren't. The choice you're facing right now. On May 28th to 29th, you will be presented with a choice. It might be explicit. Someone asks you to decide something important. It might be implicit. Circumstances force you to act or lose the opportunity, but the choice will be real and undeniable. The choice is this fundamental. Do you stay in what's comfortable, or do you move toward what's actually meant for you? That's it. That's the entire choice distilled to its purest essence. Everything else is just details around this core question. And here's why this choice matters so much right now. The universe has created conditions where you cannot do both. You cannot stay comfortable and move toward your destiny simultaneously. You have to choose. One path closes, the other path opens. You must decide which direction your life goes. The comfortable choice looks like staying in the relationship that doesn't light you up, keeping the job that doesn't fulfill you, maintaining the friendship that drains you, continuing the habit that limits you, accepting the belief that confines you. The comfortable choice is choosing the known, even though the known makes you slowly disappear. The courageous choice looks like walking away from what's safe to pursue what's real, taking a risk on something that matters, having a conversation you've been avoiding, making a commitment you've been hesitating about, stepping into a version of yourself you haven't claimed yet. The courageous choice is choosing the unknown because staying is no longer possible. Most people will choose comfort. Most people will choose the familiar. Most people will choose to stay exactly where they are. And most people will spend the next year wondering what could have been. They'll create stories about missed opportunities. They'll convince themselves they made the right choice, even though they know they didn't. But not you, because you're watching this, because you understand that breaking points are not accidents, they're invitations. They're the universe saying, "You're ready. I'm pushing you because I know you can fly." The 5 unmistakable signs. The breaking point is happening. You'll know this is absolutely real when you experience these 5 things over the next 48 hours. Sign 1. Sudden clarity. Something you've been confused about for weeks or months will suddenly become completely obvious. A person's true nature will reveal itself unmistakably. A situation's reality will become undeniable. You'll have a moment where you think, "How did I not see this before? It's so obvious now." This clarity is shocking because it comes so suddenly. This clarity is the universe removing your rose-colored glasses. This is Mercury in Gemini saying, "See the truth. Stop pretending. Stop hoping things will change. Stop negotiating with reality. See what actually is. See who this person actually is. See what this situation actually offers." Sign 2. Pressure from external circumstances. Something will happen that forces you to act. A deadline will arrive suddenly. A person will issue an ultimatum you can't ignore. An opportunity will appear that requires immediate response. A situation will become so urgent that you can no longer delay. You'll feel the pressure mounting. This external pressure is not punishment. It's the universe creating the conditions for your transformation. It's removing the option of inaction. It's saying, "You can't stay here. You have to move. Now." Sign 3. Internal knowing. You'll feel a certainty inside that's completely different from doubt or fear. You'll know what you need to do. You won't be sure you want to do it. You won't be certain about the outcome, but you'll know you need to do it. There's a difference between those two things, and you'll feel it acutely. It's that difference between "I want to" and "I have to." This internal knowing is your soul speaking. This is your highest self communicating directly with your practical mind. This is your intuition, cutting through all the noise and confusion. Listen to it. It won't lie to you. Sign 4. Synchronicity around your decision. The more you consider the courageous choice, the more confirmatory signs will appear supporting it. The more you consider staying, the more signs will appear showing you why that's not actually safe. It's like the universe is saying, "This way, through every possible channel." The universe doesn't make decisions for you. That's not how it works. But it does give you information. It does send signs. It does confirm what your soul already knows. Pay attention to what keeps appearing. Pay attention to what keeps being confirmed from different directions. Sign 5. A moment of reckoning, somewhere between May 28th and May 29th. You'll have a moment where you feel the full weight of the choice. You'll feel what it actually costs to stay. You'll feel what it actually costs to leave. And you'll have to sit with both of those feelings and decide which one you're willing to live with. This moment will feel heavy. This moment will feel serious. This moment will feel real. Because it is real. This is the moment when everything shifts, because you shifted. Why this is happening now? You might be wondering, why me? Why now? Why this intensity? The answer is simple. Because you're ready. The universe doesn't force transformation on people who aren't ready. That would be cruel. That would be pointless. The universe only creates breaking points for people who have the capacity to break through. You have that capacity. That's why you're here. That's why you're experiencing this. That's why the universe is pushing so hard right now. You're being prepared for something. You're being cleared for something. You're being positioned for something that requires the strongest version of you, not the compromised version, not the comfortable version, not the half-committed version. The universe is saying, I need you at full power now. The breaking point is not happening because the universe is punishing you. It's happening because the universe is promoting you. It's advancing you to the next level. What happens if you miss this window? If you stay in comfort? If you choose the familiar? If you avoid the breaking point? If you pretend it's not really happening? The pressure doesn't go away. It just gets redirected. It shows up as anxiety that you can't explain. It shows up as depression that won't lift. It shows up as physical illness. It shows up as your situations getting progressively worse instead of better. The universe keeps pushing because the universe doesn't stop pushing. If you won't move forward voluntarily, you'll be moved forward forcefully. The breaking point will come back, and it will be bigger, and it will be harder to ignore, and the cost of staying will increase dramatically. This is not a threat, it's a promise. The universe is committed to your evolution. It will keep creating breaking points until you say yes to transformation. It's inevitable. What happens if you choose courage? If you choose the courageous decision, if you walk through the breaking point, if you say yes to transformation, you step into a version of yourself you haven't met yet. You access resources you didn't know you had. You attract people and situations that match your elevated self. You start living the life you actually want, instead of the life you've been tolerating. And the breaking point becomes a breakthrough. The thing that felt like it was breaking you actually was building you. The pressure that seemed unbearable was actually the forge that strengthened you. By June, you'll look back at May 28th to 29th and recognize it as the exact moment everything changed. You'll understand that the pressure was a gift. How to position yourself. Eat now. Over the next 48 hours, here's exactly what you need to do. First, get crystal clear. Write down your actual truth. Not what you think you should want. Not what anyone else wants for you. Not what you've been telling yourself. Your actual truth about your relationships, your work, your direction, your beliefs about yourself, what you actually want. This clarity is your foundation. You cannot make a good decision from a place of confusion. Second, feel the full weight. Don't rush. Don't distract yourself. Don't numb. Feel what it actually costs to stay. Feel what it actually costs to go. Don't make the choice yet. Just feel the weight of both options sitting in your body. Third, listen for guidance. Pay attention to what you hear, see, read, and experience. The universe is sending you information. It's confirming what your soul already knows. Listen for it actively. Fourth, prepare for action. The choice will demand action. Prepare yourself mentally to take it. Prepare yourself emotionally. Prepare yourself practically. When the moment arrives, be ready to move. Fifth, trust the timing. You don't have to make this decision perfectly. You just have to make it consciously. The universe will handle the consequences. Your job is to choose with awareness. The truth about breaking points. Here's what most people don't understand about breaking points. They're not emergencies. They're invitations. They're not punishments. They're promotions. They're not endings. They're transitions. A breaking point is the universe saying, I've prepared you for this. I've shown you the way. I've given you signs. Now, I'm going to remove the safety of staying small so you can finally step into your actual size. And yes, that's intense. And yes, that's scary. And yes, you might want to run from it, but you won't, because you understand now. You understand that this breaking point is not about breaking you. It's about breaking you free. Your identity after this. By May 30th, you will be different. You won't be magically healed or instantly transformed, but you will have made a choice. And that choice will change how you see yourself forever. You will no longer be the person who is indecisive. You will be the person who chose. You will no longer be the person who is passive. You will be the person who acted. You will no longer be the person who is afraid of their own power. You will be the person who claimed it. That shift in identity is more powerful than any external circumstance. That shift will ripple through every area of your life. One more critical thing. The universe is not asking you to be perfect. It's not asking you to have all the answers. It's not asking you to be certain about the outcome. It's not asking you to be brave in the way society defines bravery. It's just asking you to choose. It's just asking you to move. It's just asking you to say yes to transformation. Everything else, the circumstances, the timing, the support, the resources, will follow once you make the choice. The universe doesn't abandon you in the middle of your transformation. It supports you every step. So here's my question for you. Over the next 48 hours, when the breaking point appears, what will you choose? Will you choose comfort or courage? Will you choose familiar or forward? Will you choose small or significant? Because May 28th to 29th is not just another date on the calendar. May 28th to 29th is the moment you stop being a character in your life and become the author. May 28th to 29th is when you realize that you have more power than you've been claiming. May 28th to 29th is when the universe stops asking and starts insisting. Comment one word: breakthrough. If you're ready to move through this breaking point with eyes wide open, if you're prepared to make a courageous choice, if you understand that transformation is not optional but necessary, comment breakthrough. I read every comment, and I'll be here to witness your transformation as it unfolds. Subscribe because your life changes in the next 72 hours. You need to be part of this community when it does. You need to know you're not alone in this. Share this with someone who needs to know that the breaking point they're experiencing is not a punishment. It's a promotion. It's the universe saying, you're ready. Step into it. And trust that whatever choice you make in the next 48 hours, you're choosing right. Because the right choice is the conscious choice. The right choice is the courageous choice. The right choice is the one that honors your actual truth. May 28th to 29th is your moment. The breaking point is your breakthrough. Step into it.